I know that the second one that I promised was going to be a throwback Thursday where we actually go through Kids WB. But one thing you guys didn't know is the fact that when I did all of that for Fox Kids, it actually ran from, yeah, you guys see the tape, 2 hours and something. Yeah. Not only that, but yeah, 2 hours and something that I did it, and then I had to make sure I do a little bit of things to make sure that it could just simply be put online. And man, that took a long time. It actually, I started AM wise and it got uploaded PM. So that's kind of like, oh dang. So I will do Kids WB. And look, oh, you get to see my hands. Yay. Because some reason someone's like, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong with your hands? What's wrong with your hands?" But yeah, I kind of got self-conscious after seeing so many people doing some handling stuff, and they're like, "My hands, look at my hands, look at my hands." And let's see. Yeah, thank goodness my hands are normal size. They're not sausage-like, not like what you saw in Wally. So yeah, for today you get to see my actual hands. And today it's a good time to talk about Pokemon and a throwback Thursday Pokedex. Yes, this is the actual original Pokedex. I remember getting it and I was at the mall. And sadly the mall today is completely, well, it's not destroyed, it's just that it has been run down. But anyways, yeah, I remember when I got this, and I remember when it died, and I remember the times where you couldn't put in the batteries that goes in it. Yeah, you had to go to freaking Walmart to do it, or go to a store to do it. Well, anyways, today I'm gonna talk about Pokemon 150 and the stupid controversial thing of, but I want the original 150. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Don't you mean 151? Because Mew is in the Kanto region. Let's just start it up, shall we? So as you can see, yep, you get to see Pikachu. Yeah, you don't get to really see it in good quality. So so basically you have four options. You got page, favorite, sort, and caption. Also password, that's what I thought. Clock and calculator. So if this was really the Pokedex that you get from the beginning, you'll basically get all this stuff. And of course, as you can see here, you can see name and page. So let me just show you that the fact that 151 doesn't even exist in here. See? Error. But 150 does. Enter. Come on, dude. Enter. Oh yeah, there you go. I'm sorry, it's been a long time, and I was able to actually stumble upon all batteries that it needs. So I'm just gonna do it right now. It looks like a 6'7". Yeah, yeah, he's 6 feet 7 inches. Yeah, he would beat me by at least 7 inches, maybe even 9 inches. He weighs 269 pounds, which that's, yeah, he weighs more than me. Type, he's a generic. His strength is 8. His attack is confusion. Disable. Swift. Barrier. And that's it. So yeah, he doesn't even get to have the good attacks he has later on, but you know that in later years they will give him better things. So yeah. His bio is that he was created by a scientist after years of research of it. Oh no, years of horrifying gene splicing. Oh yeah. And DNA engineering. Period. No. Experiments. Okay, DNA gene experiments. But anyways, yeah, that's about it. And then there you go. But yeah, this guy right here, I had fun with him. It sucked. It kind of sucked. Just like, let me just type in Bulbasaur and right quick. But still, it kind of sucked when this actually died. It kind of sucked. I mean, I really didn't know. I mean, I knew about the batteries. It's just that what the oh okay. I knew about the batteries. It's just that it just sucked that when you had it, it just straight up died. Anyways, the first one is Bulbasaur. He is 2 feet 4 inches. He only weighs 15 pounds, meaning you're able to lift him up, even though in the TV show it seems like he's not going to be able to be lifted. His strength is 4, and then you got some weak attacks. Tackle, growl, leech seed. That's level 13, isn't it? Vine whip, that's like level 15 somewhere. And you get to see him do vine whip, and it's like a strange seed was planted on its back at birth. Period. Nope. The plant sprouted. No, this plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. That's it. Please tell me that's period. Okay. That's everything. So anyways, yeah. Of course, I used to have favorites. I used to have sorts. I used to have captions. No captures. Oh, really? Capture. Delete. Very weird. Password. I used to have a password. Oh yeah, and as you can see, yep, I put my name in here. Sadly, it's in denial. It doesn't know. It's like way in the future. Yeah, the worst thing about some technology is that when it comes to 90s technology, you actually only able to get to 1999. You're not even able to set it in 2000 or anything. They were just thinking about the now, not the later. But at least you get to see this. The fact that it's May 22nd, 1998, and it's Friday. So, for anyone who's like, oh, no way, yeah, you get to see at least what day it is way back when, at today. And you're able to turn off the sound, which I remember I turned off the sound a lot. Oh man, there you go. But yeah, there you go. You guys got to see this, and this actually was a pretty good Pokedex. Actually, it was very cool to have. Sadly, I wish I actually had Johto, because if I had the Johto one, it would be more accurate to what exactly I am, because I was born in the 90s, the earliest 90s you got. So that means that I should actually have a Johto Pokedex and not a Kanto Pokedex. But as you can see in later years, the Pokedex hasn't really stood up to what this one was. I mean, I'll check to make sure. Pokedex toy. Alright, Pokedex toy. It looks like maybe they actually did do it. Yeah, it looks like they maybe actually did it. Yeah, it looks like there's some that actually are like what I have. Okay, so yeah, maybe they did continue on. Yeah, maybe they did continue on. I think that might be a Johto one right there. Or that could be a Hoenn. No, that's Hoenn right there. So Yeah. So it looks like to me that, yeah, they continued on. Holy someone actually broke into their crap and showed every material. Yeah, my goodness, you destroyed your crap. Well, anyways, yeah, it's the first Pokédex. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna put this down, and we're now just going to do some talking, ranting crap. Let me just put it like right here. There we go. So, here's the thing of today. Today is that there's so many people out there who are like, I only stick with the 151 originals. The rest can go to hell. Here's the thing, is that saying that, let's remember one thing. In the first episode, we saw Ho-Oh. We never knew what Ho-Oh was. Actually, the funny part is that Ho-Oh was supposed to be in Pokemon Red and Blue, but sadly, they couldn't fit it in there. You would figure they actually would make it like one of the Missing No or something, or the fact that maybe Missingo, aka Missing No, was just none other than Ho-Oh trying to reach out to us, but can't because we didn't get this. We didn't actually have. They didn't have his form in the game. Who knows? But I can tell you one thing is that to think that you're only limited to Kento is wrong, because there's things that link up to things. I mean, like for instance, you have Kento. Mm-hmm, you have basically Kento, and then you have Ho-Oh. Yeah, you have Ho-Oh. You have freaking Meryl that came in Orange Islands, which is technically still Kento going to Johto. And you have Togepi that happened actually inside the Kento region. Which everyone should be questioning, how did a freaking Togepi egg even show up? Or the fact of, yeah, I mean, if the Togepi egg was down there for so long, how in the world did it even survive? I mean, so you're telling me that there's lots of Togepis there, or basically what happened that explained from, I think it was in Hoenn. Yeah, I think it was either in Hoenn or in Sinnoh, where you actually get to see that Togetic was from another dimension or something. So basically, maybe a rift from another dimension came, the egg rolled out, and a few days later, Ash had the egg. And if movies count, there's like a few that actually did come from the movies as well. I mean, you did have Elect Kid that came from the movies, and that was the second one. And you also had Lugia show up in the second one. I think in the third one they were in Johto, but the second one, not really. I don't think they were. They might have been in Johto. They might have been, but still. So for anyone who actually is like original 150, you can't say that because there's three others that showed up in Kento. So technically, you have to say the original 154. And then the worst part of it all, it has to be the fact of, let's see, I think Sinnoh. Yeah, Sinnoh's one of them where actually they gave a baby form of as of Meryl, or was it? Yeah, it could have been them, or it could have been Ruby. I mean, it could have been Hoenn. So Hoenn or Sinnoh, basically they gave him, and then I can tell you that Sinnoh gave a evolved form for Togepi, the final evolved form. So that means that's one other reason why you can't actually say no 150, because they expanded their, yeah, and then they went even one step further in Kelos region where you actually have mega version. I mean, mega evolutions. So that means that you will have Charizard, you have Venusaur, and you have Blastoise, who has Mega Evolutions, along with Alakazam and Genghis Khan. Be right back. Okay, well, looks like I have to bridge it to part two. So, anyways, yeah, the knocking on the door was none other than the first time ever. Who knows? It might be Jehovah's Witnesses, or it could have just been my neighbors needed to talk to me, something. But sadly, I just hid like a ninja and allowed them to walk away because you know how it is these days. You can't trust nobody. Yeah, they're two grandmas, but look what the two grandmas did in Boondocks. No, thank you. But anyways, what I was really saying is, you can't escape the Pokemon mm, phenomena, I guess you can say. I mean, you basically have, yeah, they found ways to spread and reach out to the fans. Understood that you don't really like it. You don't really like the new Pokemon or something. Excuse me. I found when I did Sinnoh that I hated a few Pokemon there. I mean, I disliked Dunskull's final form. Heck, I still remember when Delakitty was. No, that's not Delakitty. It was Glacemeow. Yeah. It was Glacemeow where he was like, is this a fake Pokemon? Is this a real Pokemon? And it turns out to be real when I was like, nah, the way it's drawn, it's so fake. But it looks like, yeah, it's freaking real. Durant sucks. Durant looks so ugly, it's not even funny. Durant looks like he came from Goosebumps. Seriously, he did look like he came from Goosebumps. But in the later games, they did make him look nicer and less intimidating. Yeah, I guess that's about all I can say on that one. But really, you shouldn't be like this. You shouldn't actually say, "Oh, the original 150 rule. The rest of them suck." You can't be like that. I mean, that's one thing you can't be. You can't do that because they spread. Yeah, they make sure they spread in there. I mean, like it's a seed and it might have stopped for you, but they make sure they tried to touch the few things that you would love to try. Like, for instance, I bet you guys would love to try Mega Evolutions and get the baby evolved form of Meryl, get the final evolution of Togepi, actually catch Ho-Oh. That's what most likely you want to do, but yeah. I guess lastly, I would like to talk about the idea of what if you can play but not actually having to capture new Pokemon. Excuse me. I mean, if you don't want to even fill up your Pokedex, that's going to be hard. But if you actually want to be cool enough and be like, I'm going to have a Kento team in Ruby, or I want to have a Kento King, Kento team, excuse me, Kento team in Sinnoh or in Kelos. Kelos, you can actually do it easily. Hoenn, not so much. Sinnoh, a little bit. Of course, in Tokyo and Johto, yeah, you can do it. Unova, on other hand, Unova you can transfer. That's basically what's going on with a few of them. Excuse me. Is that a few of them you do have to transfer Pokemon over. You have to have a friend who actually will trade you your team, or basically have your team ready in another file or something. But chances are you will have to have a friend. A friend who actually has all those games, and he basically is like, okay, I'll raise you, hatch you up some eggs, give those eggs to you, and then enjoy. The only messed up part is the whole they won't obey you thing. Yeah, which that's gonna be the real big pain. I mean, I tried that at least 3 times. First was in Fire Red when I actually, no, it was Leaf Green. Sorry, it was Leaf Green when I actually was living the dream. Ash's dream. That was kind of cool. I only got they're disobeying you like a few times, but not that much. And then I tried it recently with Pokemon Diamond, which in Pokemon Diamond, I saw it every freaking time. And I think thanks to Slack Off and Slack King, they were able to add on to their roster of what it does when it wants to disobey. It kind of sucked. It really did. It kind of sucked. But I guess I'll close it with this: is that you can't just say, I love the original 150, the rest of them suck, or the rest of them are crap, or the rest of them are not original, or the rest of them are whatever. You can't say that because they link to each other. They're basically linked to each other. Not only, I would say most of all, Kelos region links to Kanto because, well, they actually give you a starter Pokemon from Kanto in the game. And that's very, very powerful. Just like they actually gave us a Hoenn starter. But sadly, the Hoenn starter you only can get on a Wi-Fi event. Excuse me. So yeah, with that. Oh yeah, and you're able to catch the legendary. You're able to catch some of the Kanto legendaries too. I mean, let's see. Can't do it in Hoenn. Sinnoh, yes. In excuse me, in Platinum you can. Pokemon Black, Pokemon White, not really. Yeah, you can't do it. In the re-release version of Soul Silver and Heart Gold, those you can actually capture the legendaries. And of course, in Kelos region, yeah, you're able to get Mewtwo, and you're able to get one of the legendary bursts depending on which starter you chose. Just like what happened in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. But anyways, I guess this is the end. So it's up to you. Do you want to continue being ignorant and being stubborn and saying that the old 150 are good enough? Or would you actually finally expand your mind and see what they have in store for you when it comes to the next ones? I say an adventure is an adventure, and it's cool just to see how the adventure goes. What story do they have to tell? When it comes down to it, it's not really collecting Pokemon that really matters. Excuse me, because they could just have a game where you just capture Pokemon without a story or anything, but it's about the story that matters. The story, the towns, the items you can get. That's what it really is about. I mean, if they make an old region, a new region where you can't get any Pokemon at all, that you're only able to find a few Pokemon, which I would say Hoenn is the lacking one. Hoenn and Kelos region are the ones that really lacked when it came to releasing Pokemon. Well, actually, no. Yeah, because they reached 700. Yeah, they reached 700, so I can't say that. Man, the glare sucks, doesn't it? The glare sucks. Hold on, let me see if I can do something. It would be funny if I found. There is no middle. Okay, that kind of is good. That's kind of actually good. So, with that said, I would basically say try it. Yeah, just go out, buy, buy in a yard sale, not buy at GameStop, because GameStop does cost a lot. Or you can go on eBay, but when you go on eBay, it basically is now for keeping. It's not actually for playing. It's actually for beholding and stuff. So I say go to yard sales, go to excuse me. Heck, I think Walmart most likely still have Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Just choose whichever one you want. Sadly, you can't really get Sinnoh anymore. You can get Kelos region. I guess Kelos region would be a good start, and plus, if you just start anywhere again, Kalos region is not a bad one to start because at least you get to have a starter Pokemon from Kanto that you actually can use. Yeah, you can actually just throw the other one aside and just have that one and challenge yourself to see what happens if you just have a Kanto team, which it'll be kind of powerful. I mean, you still have the easy ones to capture, like you're able to catch a Pidgey, like in the very beginning. You're able to get a Ghastly somewhere. You're able to get Geodude, Onyx. I mean, you're not able to get everyone, but at least you're actually able to attempt to actually have an original Kanto team. Which I guess is one thing. I mean, if you really don't want to try new Pokemon, at least enjoy the story and make an attempt to see if you can actually make a team out of original Pokemon. Which I think you can. It's just that it's gonna be like quite weird and quite tight because like in Sinnoh, what I checked out is that Sinnoh you can basically get a Golbat and get a Monshop and get a Geodude and you can get a Ghastly. There's a Ponyta, yeah, you can get Ponyta, and if you didn't pick Squirtle, you could actually use, like, is Tentacruel in there? Well, if not, you could basically use Gyarados. So yeah, I'm done. I'm done ranting. Thank you for listening. I am done. Have a good day, and there you go. And next time, hopefully, if I remember the day before, I will actually do Kids WB. Peace out. See ya.